So, good morning. I'm Bruce Oreck. I have until recently served as the U.S. ambassador to Finland. I've been here in that capacity for 6 years. And I chose to stay. There's an ugly rumor that the U.S. took away my passport. It's not true. I choose to stay in Finland. So everything I say, both to Finns and to the non-Finns, all comes from a deep passion for Finland and what's happening here. So I'm going to start up high and then we'll drill down. I will if I can turn this on. Okay, there we go. I want to start with a reference to the most recent Global Competitiveness Report issued by the World Economic Forum. And here's what, in the global top 10 of competitive countries, Finland ranks number 4. Switzerland's number 1. The United States was ranked number 3. That's good news. They ranked 144 countries. But we need to drill down on the data so we can learn what it means. Oops, let's go back one. Sorry, computer's a little slow from here. Okay, so there's Finland. Now, look at the innovation top 10 of 144 countries ranked. Finland is number 1. That's also good news. That's a global ranking. So a country of 5.5 million people, they rank you number 1 in the world. Let's keep digging the data. This is now let's go to GDP growth. The growth of the GDP, gross domestic product, of the top 10 countries in terms of global competitiveness. And you can see the numbers. Switzerland, 3% growth, Israel, 6%, Japan, United States, Germany, Sweden, Netherlands, Singapore, didn't put in the Chinese numbers. And let's look at Finland. Minus 1.4%. Now, you need to stop and think about what that's telling you. Here's a country that ranks number 4 in the world in competitiveness, number 1 in innovation, but of the top 10 countries, the only economy that is not growing is Finland's. And in fact, if you look at the number, you can see it's pretty grim. It's not just a little, it's a lot. So when I see numbers, and I'm a numbers person, this report is 500 pages long, and if you all have trouble sleeping at night, let me tell you, get a copy of this, read it, in 15 seconds you'll be fast asleep. They call that chloroform in print. Anyway, this is Finland's problem. So I want to try to explain that, and this will all tie back to Cleantech, trust me. It's a very in-depth analysis. It's a global analysis. This is all from the report. And if you look, you'll see in the EU, the usual suspects, the reasons that these are the impediments to an expansive economy: red tape, finance, tax, labor, and then the big sector is others. And let's drill deeper. The dark blue are the countries in Europe that are the most competitive. And the one that we're going to take a look at just for a second is tiny little Switzerland, ranked number 1 in the world, and also had a booming economy. And when you look at it, Switzerland ranks first for the 6th year. Why? Excellent results in innovation, but that's interesting because Finland is number 1 in innovation. Business sophistication, we'll come back to that. Higher education, Finland ranks number 1 there. Labor market efficiency. These are the drivers. So let's look at those drivers and see how Finland really ranks. The competitive index is based on these different pillars. It's a complicated analysis, but let's just look at the number. First pillar, institution, Finland ranked number 2. Fourth pillar, Finland ranked number 1. Higher education and training, Finland ranked number 1. Finland ranks number 1 in innovation. So look at the two outlier numbers right here. These are the outliers. Now, today is not the right forum to address the labor challenge in Finland. But I will give you, if you go and you go into the report and you drill down, every one of these has a lot of detailed subsectors. 144 countries are ranked. On labor flexibility, Finland ranked 143rd out of 144 countries. The only country that did worse was Uruguay, which is nowhere else on the list in terms of, just, I put that in the back of your minds. You guys get to wrestle with that one. The one that is important to me is this issue of business sophistication. And again, if we go back and you look, see all those ones and twos, and then you get 23 and 9. So let's look at business sophistication. And again, the subset, marketing, you rank 26th. You're 4th in the world in competitiveness, you're 1st in innovation, but you're 26th out of this ranking in marketing. And for those who are not from Finland, the two most common phrases you will hear if you stay in Finland, the first most common phrase is, winter is coming. The second most common phrase is, oh, we Finns, we're not good marketers. And apparently the World Economic Forum agrees with you. Just by the way of comparison, Sweden was ranked 6th. So you're number 1 in innovation, number 1 in all these different categories. Let's leave the labor side. So where we're hitting the rough patch is in marketing. What is marketing? Marketing is not a dirty word. Marketing is not about the guy pressing himself into the doorway of your home and selling you a product you neither want nor need. That's not marketing. What marketing is storytelling, connecting with integrity and passion about your story, your business, the importance of it. It's creativity, which, by the way, in a survey conducted by IBM 2 years ago, 1,500 of the top CEOs around the world, the number one thing they're looking for in the next generation of their leaders, it's not their PhDs, it's not their language skill sets, it's not even their integrity. The number one thing they're looking for is creativity, because the times are complicated and times are disruptive. Marketing is self-confidence, the ability to connect and be willing to take no over and over again until you get to yes. Marketing is educating the customer. Good marketing is when the customer is informed and the customer makes an informed choice, and then they bought in to the whole concept, the product, to the mission. That's what real marketing is. And marketing is the ultimate H to H skill. Nina was saying a minute ago, you're no longer in the B2B world. That no longer exists. The business-to-business world. The business-to-consumer world doesn't exist either. It's all about human to human. And a lot of surveys will confirm that. So having identified the challenge in Finland, it's not the ideas, the challenge is here. Marketing is the last kilometer. It's arguably the last meter. It's the distance between innovation and success in the marketplace. Because I don't care how good your product is or how important it is socially, if you want to come to market because being sustainable or clean is a good thing morally, or you want to come to market because it's a good thing economically. All of that becomes unaccomplishable if you can't go that last few steps from the idea to the marketplace successfully. This is the critical skill set. It has been a challenge for Cleantech for as long as I've been involved with Cleantech. So this is not only a Finnish challenge, but for Cleantech It's a continuous challenge of how to come to market in a way that's successful. But having identified the challenge, let me give you a solution, at least a solution as I see it. And since we're in Finland, and this is the Cleantech Day in Lahti, let me address this to Finland. But the lessons apply all over the world. Give me 5. It's an American expression. Give me 5. But I use that as a memory tool to suggest the following. To suggest that give me 5 years, 5 actions to re-energize, revolutionize, and transform the economy of Finland. And it would work anywhere, but we're in Finland. So what are the 5 steps to make this happen? Step number 1, set the goal, aim high to go high. And by that I mean, nobody goes to the Olympics just to participate. Nobody goes to the Olympics to get a bronze medal. When you go watch a hockey game, you don't care if your team wins or loses, you're just going there for fun. No, you want to win. But if you set the goal low, you will go low. And therefore, you gotta go high. So what's the goal? To be the best in the world at people to people. Several years ago, Finland set a goal for education, to be the best in the world, and that's where they ended up. They set a goal to have the cleanest water from some of the most polluted lakes and rivers around, and you got there. And so for Finland, the goal that has to be set is not to be better. That's meaningless. And it's not inspirational. It's to be the best in the world. How do you become the best in the world at the H-to-H skill, the people skills, which is the ultimate test of your ability to market your ideas? 1, set the goal high, be the best in the world. 2nd, set the metric. Finns love, engineers love, bright lines. Here's the measurement, here's the metric, here's how I win. I'm not talking about fuzzy here. You can, in fact, identify the metric. Learn from the best to set the standards. You can go to universities all over the world, business schools all over the world, look at the case studies, look at the parameters, and set a set of metrics. How do you define being the best in the world at H-to-H, at customer experience, customer care, customer service? This is a measured metric you can actually identify, and you can tailor it. So you set the standard that gives you the goal line to which you are seeking to go. The next is take action. God, if I had one complaint to give about Finland is, you people can study a problem until it is just a century old. But the world is moving too fast for that luxury. This is about taking action. Make it part of the core competency of every level. I don't care if you're a school, a business, a government organization, in your own household. Skilling up on this customer experience, the H-to-H relationship, has got to be a core competency. Not something that's a bolt-on later on. It's a building block of economic success in the 21st century. The next one is practice. This is not a skill you learn by reading a book. If you play an instrument, you didn't read a book how to play the piano or the violin. You sit down and you practice and you make mistakes and you do it again and again and again. It's the 10,000-hour rule. If you play hockey, you didn't just jump on the ice. You think Teemu Selänne just jumped on the ice the first time and was a great player? No, practice, 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 practice. And when you think you're done practicing, you practice more. The master has failed more times than the novice has tried. The masters of the interpersonal relationship, the customer experience, the marketing, the masters are the ones who do it and do it and do it and do it. And then they succeed. The master has failed more times than the novice has tried. And the 5th step, the 5th of the Give Me 5, and for Finns, this one is actually the only one that might be a challenge. Have fun. I don't know what to say. We are neither inspired nor inspiring without fun. Fun is really the energy of our lives. It's the basis of our passions, our desires, our smiles, our happiness, the things that drive us, give us pleasure. They are fun. And trust me, if you're not having fun, then your customer isn't having fun either. And you're not being charismatic, you're not being a good in the H2H relationship. And it's a block to access to the market. I want to show you a small film clip. And this is legitimate. What they did was they went to a train station, a tram stop. And everyone's standing around, you'll see, being isolated and alone. And they paid an actor, hired an actor, to come on the train platform and start to laugh to himself like he's remembering something funny. So I want you to watch this. It's about a minute.
Stand by. Action.
The point of that, and if you look at what happened here in this audience, your body chemistry changes, everyone's smiling, everyone's laughing. That passion, especially around something as critical as Cleantech, is what drives success. This has to be fun. This can't be the bad news story. This is the good news story. And that's what you need to bring to the marketplace. The holdup for Cleantech has generally been, it's been a bad news story. Oh, the world is going to come to an end if we don't do this. That's not good news. Nobody wants that. If we want to really make Cleantech gain the traction it has to, then we need to convert the personal passion that we have for these things. It's not about the dollars. It's about the value of the technology and what it can do for all of us. And it's got to be fun. It really has to be fun. So, Finland's future is in your hands. And therefore, turn to the next person and say, give me 5. Thank you very much.
Check, check. Good morning, everybody, and thank you. Let's any questions so far for Bruce? Let's start with those quick ones before we continue with there's one question in the front row, and then we'll have to continue. Okay, exactly. And there's the microphone lady coming over right away. Perfect.
Yes, Timo Jantti from Tableau. Would you agree that sometimes you don't have luxury of time making practices, and sometimes you need to hire the talent to take the best benefit of the technology? Or
Hiring talent is always a good thing, because you can't do everything. So, but that doesn't mean that the talent will help you get to where you want to go faster in your business. But the practice piece, that's how nationally Finland goes from being number 4 in the world, but falling in the economy, to having its growth rate in its economy match its skill sets. So everyone has to practice. Sorry.
All right. I think we're going to enjoy and give a big applause once more. Thank you very much for the